So as you can see, I'm charging at home, right? So I've got that installed. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you, what it took to install. You can find that in other, YouTube channels, unfortunately. The guy that did it for me, he asked me a bunch of questions that I kind of figured out by myself with a little bit of research, but I just want to share with you all, what I decided on, right? So the first question he asked was, did I want to do a 50 amp or a 60 amp, right? After talking to my family, after, doing my research, I decided I want to do a 50 amp instead of 60 amp. The 60 amp would have allowed me to charge faster, but in reality, I think 50 is more than adequate for what I want to do, right? So that's one thing. The second question he asked was, did I want it installed here or did I want it to be installed over here? My initial thought were, if I have it there, I can charge this car without a problem. However, if at a later date I have a second electric car, that's 3 extra feet that I might not be able to hit, right? So I decided the best route was to do one here. Now, down the road, so this at least can, meet here. It can meet there comfortably. Down the road, if I have 2 cars in reality, and I need to charge 2 in a row, I may have him come back, run another one down here, all the way out to here. That way this will deal with this car, that will deal with another car, right? So that's that. What else? Other than that, it from what I saw him do, it was pretty straightforward, as you know, right? For that, it has 2 live wires, not one live and one neutral. It's both live coming over. There's a 2 live connection right over here. The third one over here, this one is actually the ground, right? For the wiring, he asked if I wanted to do 6 gauge, 4 gauge. My initial thought, and I've heard other people mentioning, doing a 6 gauge is more than adequate for what I'm trying to do. I can do 4 gauge to protect myself from the heat situation, but in reality, I don't think I'm going to be charging that crazy that I need something that strong. So 50 watt, 50 amp, 6 gauge, right? I was told that the ground could be 6 gauge or higher, right? Because it doesn't require much. However, so I thought, well, you know what? If the other 2 are 6 gauge, I might as well do 6 gauge on that as well. Okay? So that's what I did. And this is the first actual charging that is more than a minute. So far I've charged about 20-something% in already. When I came home, it was at 12, right? So yes, it takes a while. Yes, it's not a supercharger, but you know what? It's better than plugging into the wall.